Hey everyone, welcome to Taking the Pulse, a healthcare and life sciences video podcast. I am Heather Hoops Matthews, coming to you from SCBIO's 2023 annual conference in Charleston, South Carolina. This is really one of the Southeast's premier life sciences events, pulling together some of the leading innovators in the industry. Matthew, we're excited today to welcome
Great guest here.
Soon-to-be South Carolina resident Steve and John Shanks with Erchonia. Today on the stage this morning, you announced your company is coming to South Carolina. You're a global leader with low-level laser technology. Steve, start us off. Tell us a little bit about your company and its mission.
Erchonia, our tagline is the world leader in low-level laser therapy. So we try to prove that through research and development. So we build our own products and we do our own clinical trials, obviously working with physicians. And from there we go to the FDA to try to get marketing licenses. And up to this point, we've probably got about 21 different indications to the FDA.
Wow, that's impressive.
So you guys have been located in Florida and you made the decision, thankfully, to move to South Carolina, to Greenville. Tell us a little bit about what went into that decision. How did you pick South Carolina?
You know, we're really fortunate. We can pretty much go anywhere. We don't need a particular storefront. We sell nationally and internationally. So really, our first approach was what's going to work best for the quality of life for our family. And after, looking around in a number of places in the country, it came down to a couple of cities. And when we finally all sat down and said, all right, let's dial in on one, and we got everybody out to Greenville, it became a really easy choice. I mean, there's a number of factors that it made it clear that Greenville was just going to work really well for us as a family and as a business. Right. So that's what we did, and that's how we're here. And then it took about 2 months for us to find property and start to go, okay, let's start building and get things done.
Let's make it real.
Yeah, so then we started moving quick.
Yeah, and you said that before we started, you mentioned you poured a slab already.
We did. It's amazing because they had all that rain over the last couple of weeks. They actually had to get those guys out there at like 2 a.m. about 3 weeks ago to get the slab poured. I mean, they had the foundations, the footings have been poured for a little while, but now that piece is underway, everything should start moving pretty quickly.
So tell us a little bit about what you need in terms of to have this laser technology. What kind of facility do you need? You need a lot of space, or is there anything special that you have to put in place to make the technology
for
work?
us, because we actually have a full machine shop and everything, because we make everything internally. I mean, we take raw metal and turn them into all of the components. So for us, the biggest factor out there will be the things that relate to things electrical, because we have to run some pretty large machines out there. So for us, that's about the only thing that is particularly noteworthy about it.
Right.
The rest of it, we like it to be, kind of artsy and cool, just because we go to work there every day.
Right. So be there.
We spend a little money on the architecture and everything else. It should be a really neat looking building by the time we're done. But we're about 20% bigger than the facility that we just expanded in Florida, and we've purchased enough land that we can do about another 40% on top of that in total square footage. So, we're saving that for future growth. Okay. So we're trying to be a little forward-looking that way.
That's good to hear.
We're a little bit different than everybody else, where with us, since we are a family business, we're looking we keep everything in-house. So we're not looking to farm stuff off and have it manufactured somewhere else.
Right.
So we're able to employ
So
friends,
everything is built there and shipped from there to the customer.
Yeah. We literally ship internationally from that single location.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
What kind of role, if any, did SCBIO play in your decision?
For us, it obviously having a bit of a robust, let's call it life sciences industry is noteworthy, because when people say, oh, hey, you're there, people kind of consider from our standpoint. Truly though, for us, what it finally got us here was just the whole environment of the city itself. So, I mean, we count that as an added bonus, I guess, for lack of a better expression, right? I mean, I think that's kind of our take on it.
Yes. Well, it's good to have you add to the volume that's been increasing here in the state, because the life sciences industry has been increasing
really
at this pace above everybody else.
Right, and just another example of the life sciences industry benefiting from the state. It's everything about it, plus its pro-business stance. Just another example of why South Carolina is leading the nation.
Yep.
That is one thing we did find out. The state itself actually has worked very favorably with us.
Okay.
One of the other cities we're looking at, which shall remain nameless for the moment, but it was in North Carolina. We found working with those people was much more climate friendly. We got the
Really?
sense that South Carolina wanted us here.
Great.
I mean, as much as we wanted to be here. So
Well, we do.
I think that was,
Yeah.
that was very much an added
Well, the
factor.
people at the Department of Commerce will be glad to hear that. So.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
They really did.
Well, speaking of jobs, tell us about the jobs. Will all of your jobs move from Florida here?
Luckily, because we are a family business, a lot of our people will come. Most of them, we have.
Yeah, we had 53 down there, 51 of which are coming up.
Oh, wow.
So we
Okay,
feel really
so
good
almost,
about that.
right,
I mean,
right.
the longevity of our employees, I mean, we have sales reps that have been with us for 16, 18 years, right? So, but yeah, 51 jobs will be coming up. I think we have an average salary that's a little over $90,000. So we expect from further growth probably within the next couple of years. We'll probably have to hire 8 or 10 more people in relative fashion. And then we're introducing a number of new products over the next couple of years. So we have to really feel, that's why we're holding that other percentage of land we got to see how that builds out for us.
And how do you do research and development for future products?
That's you.
So, for instance, we just had a conference call Monday with the FDA. So we're looking to do a clinical trial on autism. So we've done a pilot study. So we submit our protocol to the FDA.
Right.
The FDA said, okay, this is what you need. So after this, we'll finish writing up the protocol, send it off to an IRB, line up our researchers, start our research, and then if the data is good, we submit it back to the FDA. We get a 510K, which is a marketing license from the FDA, and then we'll market the product.
And so do you mostly use CROs to do your research, or how do you do the clinical research?
Most of the research, we run it out of our business, but for instance, one of the gentlemen that we're using is a neurologist up in Boston. So another is a research institute in Phoenix. So, but we do research. We've done University of Illinois, Chicago. We're doing some stuff at Mayo Clinic. So we do research pretty much all over the world, but we try to keep most of it focused in the U.S.
Yeah, one of the things that's interesting about South Carolina is we've got these great research facilities, universities, University of South Carolina, MUSC, Clemson. Clemson would be essentially right in your backyard. So hopefully,
we met the lady from Clemson. So
today. So that's good because
exactly,
that's what this is all about, making those connections.
Yeah.
John and Steve, welcome to South Carolina.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
We'll
we're
be here
really
soon.
looking forward to getting this process finished up and getting the move on.
Yes, we look forward to hearing about your groundbreaking in the fall and your vision for the future.
We want you guys to come back after you get
Yes.
get built out, so you can show us some pictures.
Yeah,
show us how it works.
At some point, I'm guessing probably right around November, we'll have a full-on open house,
Oh,
and
great.
we're planning on inviting as many people as want to come see it. I
Great.
think of the building. I think it'll be impressive. I'll leave it at that.
I have a sense it will be. You've
yeah.
got your family owned and
Yes.
you've got control, and you're not going to.
It'll be the way you
It'll
want
be
it.
the way.
That's
That's
exactly what we want.
exactly
That's
what.
what
Yes.
we want,
Yes. Well, it's exciting to hear your good news, and it's a blessing for our state. For those of you who joined us today, we hope you learned a little bit about new companies coming to South Carolina and what the Shanks family does. And we look forward to seeing you next time right here on Taking the Pulse, a healthcare and life sciences podcast.